3, 2, 1.
As a note, I will probably end up having to walk away for like 5 minutes because food is still being made.
That's fine. Food is important.
That's true.
Chatting. Alan, how are you?
Hey. Not bad. I got the dog here, but you can't see it.
Hey, what the dog doing?
What that dog do?
What the?
Just chilling.
What that?
How are you?
What that?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Just got back from a trip to the great state of Ohio.
Ohio.
Go Bucks.
Ohio.
Go Bucks.
You mean the Ohio?
The Ohio State University.
Got to spend some time with Lily and Dylan.
Nice.
Alan, are you promoting League of Legends players in my chat again?
Yes.
I need
It
to
was-
ban the phrase League of Legends.
And lol.
That seems like a pretty normal thing to ban, honestly.
Yeah, kind of surprised you didn't think to do that at top.
I know, right? The first thing.
I'm just trying to support our local streamers, you know.
Are they local?
Look at my 19 months.
I'm so proud of you.
Right?
I would also have the 19 months.
This is where I would put my 19 months.
If I
had any.
I had it.
Oh, man.
But don't worry, the day will come when I will be able to resubscribe, and I'll have my nifty little badge again.
Nice.
We love a nifty little badge.
One of
Nifty
these
little badges
days.
are pretty great.
I'm just a nifty little badge.
Shut up.
Jacob didn't like that one. Okay. I'll write that one down.
I just thought it'd be funny to say shut up.
Shut
I'm sorry.
up.
We love taking a hard stance on something, don't we?
I apparently have let my subscription lapse 3 months because if you
Nice.
have 19 months, then I have 16, so somewhere in there.
Wow, you suck, Travis.
Streaks.
Cringe.
I know, crazy. I really wish I could resubscribe to people with Prime on a auto roll because it loves pulling money from you whenever you are actually subscribed to someone. But otherwise it's like, no, you don't want to subscribe to the same person with your Prime membership. Don't do that.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a better chat box.
Only one more person needs to sub, gift, or use bits.
Hey, did you know that there is actually a Goonies board game? Logan?
Yes, my mom has it. It's kind of like an RPG type of board game too.
I heard it was quite rules and intensive for
Yeah.
For a board game.
From what I could tell, it seemed like on a similar playing field as kind of like Betrayal or something, where it's like you play a character, they have stats, abilities, and then you go on an adventure basically. Seems really fun. We also, over the weekend, we played that game, Wingspan.
Yes, I asked Rachel about that.
It was so much fun.
Because which one?
Barely.
I did see that. It was very close.
It was by 1 point.
I was
like
so
actually 1 point.
mad. Not really.
I wasn't mad at all. Word.
It's fine. It was not fine. Oh, man. Oh, I got so many things I haven't checked off. Let's see. Emily did a hydrate last month. I'm sure we did that. Austin inspired last month. Oh, I have a thing to talk about with inspiration.
Oh, yeah?
Stretch last month. I think we stretched. Austin did a hydrate last month. I'm sure
I
we did
have
that too.
indeed stretched in the last month.
I've
for
also
sure.
hydrated in the last month.
I haven't
Yeah.
stretched in years.
That's true. I've seen
Alan-
people at the gym who definitely have not stretched in years.
Alan did a something happens, which that actually that was with the fight with the town speaker, because then it kept everyone from being surprised. And then I've got 2 emote suggestions, and I really need to go back and do. One of them is no, or they're both Nobushi Uebe, but one of them is just the phrase "I hate that."
Who said that? Who did that?
Any of us.
It really could have been anyone.
Yeah.
I think also, I feel like that was probably during a Shadows Over Drift chapel or something, because I'm pretty sure they said that a couple times. I think Rachel said it a lot. Thanks. I hate it. Oh man, good stuff. Any hoozle.
Any hoozle.
We're gonna play some Icewind Dale, not Shadows Over Drift Chapel.
Not the long dark.
nerds.
We could play The Long Dark. I would love for Travis for you to stream The Long Dark sometime.
I will one day stream, and it will only be dating games. I apologize.
I apologize. I
Fair
will
enough.
not be taking questions at this time.
Yeah.
Entirely in character.
That was such a like evil laugh.
Okay.
Not evil, but just knowing laugh. I don't know.
Okay, this may be a little high concept, but would you do a stream as Louis
Playing
playing
a dating sim.
dating game?
It's not really changing too much, to be honest.
It's just
Yeah.
Travis doing a voice playing a
Yep.
game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just that I could not dress up as Louis. It's not possible. Louis is a fucking abomination as he actually looks, rather than like the picture of him. He's a little fucked up. Let's be honest. If he dies again, he'll be real fucked up. Actually,
I like this idea that he's maintaining some of his past features. Now
Yes.
imagining like he's a like an elf from like the neck down, but then this like big dwarven head. It's like
Yes.
like a bobblehead. Look like a pop
Yeah.
figure.
I mean, he's just a dwarf with the
Funko
skin
Pop
color.
looking motherfucker.
He's just a dwarf with the skin color of a dark elf and the like horns of a fae. It's no big deal. It's not that fucked up yet, but
Yet.
next death he's gonna probably turn into something with the magic roll, and it's gonna not be good times.
Does he bear the scars of each killing blow?
I don't think so.
Uh,
He's
What
perfect.
about the emotional scars?
for
Oh, yeah.
sure. Well, actually, that's the
Anyway,
nice
those
part about
never
having.
heal.
That's the nice part about having short-term memory loss is that you don't have to worry about that, or long-term memory loss.
Jesus.
I suppose that is an upside, isn't it, Travis? When you put it like that.
Yeah,
I
who
guess.
cares? It might be his trauma that's stopping him from remembering. We never know.
I hate it here.
That
So, you guys-
was a home.
At the moment of this recap are in Bryn Shander. You just basically pulled off a great bamboozle against the townspeople by pretending to have Kasimir or Kasimir's duplicate, or a disguise, whatever the name was.
Rupert.
Rupert the
Rupert.
Clogger.
Beautiful.
Poor Rupert was sacrificed to the Frostmaiden. You guys,
Or was he?
Or was he? You guys fought one of the Frostmaiden's servants, a druid of Icewind Dale, and returned to Bryn Shander. The people of the town are safe for one more month, it seems. In the meantime, you're going to head down to Good Mead to try and restore the mead shipments, to lift the spirits of people of 10 towns, or just get them drunk enough to forget their pains and sorrows.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
So if there are no objections, we'll pick up basically in Good Mead. The music all switched over. So, I assume you're taking your dog sleds and you're doing your normal traveling, preparing, getting whatever supplies you need. So for the sake of making sure your dogs are taken care of and you have all the things you need for the road, if everyone will give me the bank 1 gold piece instead of 2 gold pieces, because all your lodging and food at the speaker's hall, the town hall, is free, so you get basically half lifestyle expenses. But with your dogs and your sleds, it doesn't matter. You hit the road. It's about a 3-hour journey via dog sled between Brinchander and Good Mead. You travel the east way, almost like you're going to East Haven, but then the road bends southward and then back west along the Red Waters, which is the lake that Good Mead sits on, just like the others sit on, like Loch Denishire. As the road bends, you see a sign and a pole with a heraldic, which is a hard word to say, heraldic flag that has the
Dick.
Huh?
Nothing.
Herald Dick?
I said hot dick.
Dick. Harry Dick, the Harry Dick flag.
That ain't normal.
With the
Yikes.
Sorry, it's very rude of me.
It's fine.
I hate it here.
You got hair on your dick? Anyway.
Moving on.
yeah, it's like sideburns.
My dick mustache.
As long as it doesn't have an afro, dude.
It's more like a chin strap beard, just kind of across the top.
Oh God.
Jerry curls.
Ugh.
Ooh.
I hate it here so much.
I like that a different person has said I hate it here over the past like 15 minutes.
I've said it twice now.
It's not a competition.
You see the flag bearing
God.
Good Mead's
Yeah.
heraldry, a brown mug with an antler as the handle on a white field. As you arrive in Good Mead, those of you who are local can kind of give a little bit of insight to what some of these new people are seeing. The first things first is that the architecture and design of a lot of the buildings are much different than the towns you've been in so far. All the others have been these sturdy stone buildings, or very well-made, almost cabin-type buildings. But here, they're squat. They're wooden, but not very sound structures. A little ramshackle. But they seem to have taken a lot of cares in how they carve and paint their homes. And specifically, you see a lot of dinosaurs, serpents, all sorts of reptiles, amphibians, wyverns, and dragons painted and carved into the wooden struts, the door frames, and all over these buildings. And that is because, unlike a lot of the other towns, Good Mead is not Luskin. It is not northern fishing human culture. It is from Chult, about as far south as you can get in the Sword Coast.
I know all about Chult.
You know all about Chult. So everything has that sort of reptilian design, some more jungle type decor, things that probably most of you have never seen or ever will see. But besides just the visual aspect of the town being different, there's something else. Beneath the whistling of the wind and the crunching of the snow, there is a droning sound, a humming. And it takes a minute, and it's a sound that you don't hear anywhere else in Icewind Dale. But it's the sound of bees. And it's a lot of bees to have such an audible humming as you come to town. Of course, the best place to get information and to, shake off the snow is at the town's bar. And Good Mead is known for the Mead Hall, capital M, capital H. It is the only 2-story building in town, and it towers over all these little ramshackle buildings. As you approach it, you notice that across the way from the Mead Hall is a chapel. A little church, but of course it's very neglected. No one's there. There are no burning lights on or anything. And you see that whatever god is dedicated to is some humanoid-looking figure holding a flaming sword over their head. And unlike that abandoned chapel, the Mead Hall, you can see roaring fires coming from inside. You can feel the warmth coming from it. You can smell the cooking of food, a bit of chattering, and a loud buzzing sound coming from inside.
I buzz the same frequency.
You don't try to do harmonies?
Remember the rumor about this town? Is it a giant or something had taken over? Was that what it was?
The giant had killed the town speaker.
So perhaps we should be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
you walk in, and the humming sound is in fact coming from inside. The mead hall. Gil, Kasimir, kind of Louis, maybe. Gil, Kasimir, how old are the both of you?
Oh shit. Let me pull up my.
Gil is 35.
I believe Casimir is 62.
Okay. So Kasimir might remember at least hearing about this, depending on when Kasimir started interacting with the people of 10 Towns more. But ultimately, it is kind of common knowledge that the mead hall it's a big deal, and of course, because it's the shipments of mead going missing, it had a huge effect on the rest of 10 Towns. But that happened about 40 years ago, maybe a little bit less.
I was right, 62.
So you might remember this. Whenever the mead hall was built and the mead production started, it sort of changed the economy, especially of Good Mead, because before they were relying on fishing from the lake. And then they became a mead-producing town. And so then when the lake started freezing, they weren't as affected as some of those other fishing-dependent towns were. And so as you walk in, you immediately smell the famous sweet honey wine. And you can smell, they still rely on fishing, but it's not just like fish and cabbage. It's like fish with like a nice like spicy honey drizzle over it. Like they are putting their honey supply to good use. And as you walk in, a few bees start to fly around your head as they actually have a couple of their what's the little slats of like bees?
Oh, yeah.
I forget the term. Is it just a beehive?
Yeah.
Basically, there are visible beehives up here, and they seem to probably have more elsewhere for the kind of work that they do. They have plants growing in here, not out in the cold. But one thing about these bees that the people not from Icewind Dale will notice is that they're not your classic yellow, orangish honeybees. They're much paler. They have more of a grayish color to them. And so whatever they've done up here, they've almost bred a new type of bee to be able to live through the harsher conditions easier.
Snow bee.
Snow bee. Ice bee. And so, no one else seems bothered by the bees flying around, landing on their plates, or the constant droning of the bees. But I imagine it's a bit shocking. It takes a little while to get used to as you guys walk in.
I want to lick one.
Lick? You want to lick a bee?
Yeah.
Make
He said what he said.
handling check.
Animal handling. That's a 3.
Oh, Alan.
Is Norm allergic?
That's what we're about to find out. Norm, you take 1 point of piercing damage as it stings your tongue and your tongue starts to swell up. So, Alan, for the next little while, you have to talk with your tongue out like this. You're still humming.
Oh man, did we long rest or?
Yes, you long rested the night before.
Okay.
And as of right now, you are only 3 hours into your day, so there's no urgency to secure a room unless you really want to. And then I assume you want to ask about the missing meat shipments or the speaker, which kind of go hand in hand. It seems that a giant was responsible for both.
Yep.
Yep.
As
Yep.
I'm waiting,
Yep.
I'll order the charcuterie board.
I'll be right back.
Let me write that down. Charcuterie board.
It's a little tortured, but
And a good old cup of their classic mead.
What?
mead already has honey. Why would they change the name of it?
No, it's a Bemede. It's fine. It's fine. It's part of what makes this place so, all the buzz.
Yeah, made from their classic honey.
Is there a gas leak in this town?
I'm really trying to be on your side right now. It's really hard, though.
Norm says, still humming that Buzz tune.
With this.
I
I guess, Alan, do you actually order something? Do you actually want to buy some like lunch?
Vegetarian charcuterie board.
Well, you do notice as you're ordering that they seem to, on their like little wooden carved menu, that their mead is exorbitant. It's way too expensive right now since their shipment got cut off. So you're looking at the board and it's like, the charcuterie board, 3 silver, and you're like, oh, and I'll get some mead too, and it's like 25 gold pieces, which is way more than any wine would.
I'll stick with the board and I'll just keep licking these bees.
Keep looking at these bees. So, we have 2 people gone, so I won't give out too much information quite yet. The story of what's happened in Good Mead is fairly simple. A giant creature called a verbeeg. What is that, Travis?
It's fine.
Why
It's
does
fine.
it have a B in its name? Why does it have a B in its name, Logan? Was that there beforehand?
It actually is, and honestly, I did not even realize until you sighed, and I was like, why is that it has B in the name? But yes, it is called a verbeeg. It is a species of giant that is kind of thin and tall. It looks a little more human-like, but they're just exceptionally tall with these long faces. And apparently a verbeeg came to Good Mead, saw the shipment of mead being loaded, started to take it, and the town master or town speaker, who was kind of a big guy, he was a warrior in a past life, he charged at the verbeeg to try and stop it, and the verbeeg ended up not quite killing the town speaker, but the town speaker later died of wounds that were unable to be healed. And right now, they have the speaker's body over in the chapel across the street, waiting for whatever burial rites they can do. But because it was kind of a big event, many people saw where the verbeeg went to, where it left with the mead shipment, and it's to the woods kind of northwest. And actually, I can move you to a little Good Mead map here. And mostly, you see that it's kind of split. Some people really wish to just have the mead back. You know, it's kind of ruined the business around here, kind of ruined the vibe. But also, a lot of people want revenge for their town speaker, and they just want whatever giant this was dead.
Y'all know where it went?
Yep, they point to the woods outside of town.
All right.
That's as far as they saw it go. And they can't do much in the means of rewards at the time. They can put you up for free for about a week or so and give you like free food and drink and stuff like that for that time. But with all of their, economy kind of collapsed, can't do too much as far as money and things. And also, whoever it might interest, they're going to be electing a new town speaker in the next 2 weeks or so.
I don't think we have anybody like that would want to get elected, though.
Norm for town speaker. I speak for the bees.
I speak for the bees.
Who's running?
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna just start.
You leave.
Yeah.
There are two people running. One of them is a dwarven logger named Shandar Froth, and the other is a middle-aged human woman named Olivessa Untapor, who has actually, her family's been in Good Mead since its founding.
Ooh.
Said Olivessa
In
Singapore
Shandar.
in Shandar.
Mm-hmm.
And who is the other person?
Oh, it's just them two. Shandar Froth was the full name for the dwarf.
Oh.
And
Shandar.
Olivessa Untapor. Unta Por. She is actually the person who makes the casks and things for the mead hall.
Cool.
So we're going
I,
after this giant.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Might as well.
Let me see daylight first, and then we'll go.
I'm sorry, honey. What?
Let me see daylight first, and then we'll go.
You're gonna feed Bay Life first?
Day?
Betty White, right? That's the
Uh,
thing that you said and that you
wait,
actually
so-
named.
yeah.
The ferret.
Yeah. Yes. Did you remember that you indeed have a ferret?
The long rodent.
Yeah. We still got some grapes. You guys want some grapes?
I'm gonna be honest with you. No. I kind of want you to just. Do they got some kind of honey or something that can maybe like help your tongue? Do they have anti-inflammatory?
No.
Anti-inflammatory might be a little bit too big for me. I don't know if my. I don't think I know. anything.
Anti-swell.
Anti-ouch.
Make
Yeah.
her go away.
No brushes under his breath. Yeah, buzzkill.
Buzzkill.
Oh.
So with that final pun, you finish your respective lunches and drinks.
We jump into queue, just like always.
You head up out of town. Here is a choice for you all. You're gonna have to go into the woods. So having a sled and dogs will not be easy to maneuver through trees and rocks and roots and things.
Oh.
But if there are casks of wine and mead, some of you are strong, but who knows how big they actually are. Actually, I can tell you, if you ask They don't know exactly. They believe it was 6 full barrels of wine or mead, excuse me. And each one, or cask, and each one is 20 gallons, and a full one weighs about 200 pounds.
Okay, between me and Gil, both with our increased, what is it? Powerful builds. Could we do that?
Let me actually look.
I'm also strong.
Yeah.
I think the main problem is that you would each probably only be able to carry about one, just because of size.
Okay. What if we, I don't know, get some rope netting and kind of, bag them up and then just drag them behind us?
Make a Santa's bag of
Yeah.
barrels.
Did somebody say nets?
Oh yeah, you bought nets.
I don't think anybody said that.
He said netting.
He said myth.
So,
Yeah, he's buying it.
if we want to know exactly how much each of us can push, drag, or lift, it is allegedly twice your carrying capacity or 30 times your strength score, and then we double it because of powerful build for you and me.
Okay. So 30
Or for me,
times
definitely.
strength. Okay, so 60 times strength score. Okay.
So
let's
even
look.
if you have like a 10 in strength, theoretically that's still 300 pounds.
Yeah, I can do 1,140 pounds.
Same.
Tight.
And you have extra long arms, so you actually might be able to carry one on each shoulder.
Yeah, I was gonna say, depending on how big they are, you can just.
Wait, what's
Just
what's
like-
the math?
The math is 30 times your strength score, and if you have the powerful build trait, it is double.
Wait, Minotaurs might have that.
Okay.
Wait. Score? Not modifier.
Score, not modifier.
30 times score. Okay.
Wait, so I can lift 240 pounds?
100?
Well, it's push, drag, carry. So I guess it just kind of depends on. At least I think it's. Push,
It's essentially
drag,
like
carry.
what you can bench.
Yo,
But
my
that's-
man is
That's
super
literally
weak.
mean.
Is my
that's
character
good.
stronger than me? While
Probably.
still being weaker than me?
I mean, the
So-
average peasant has 8s and everything. So,
Oh, is it 8s and everything? I thought it'd be 10s.
average peasant has an 8 in all scores, or at least
Yeah,
that old
weird.
way it is.
I think that was 3. Something like that. Anyway, so regardless, you have
Gotcha.
enough strong folks that you should be able to carry back the majority of whatever you find.
Just
Or-
throw it back.
Fashion some ropes and things.
Nope. Yep. Commoner does have a 10 and everything. Wow. I think it was in an older edition then.
But with that, you hand your dogs over to basically the stable to look after them, unless you want to take them with you unharnessed, unleashed.
Nah.
Nah, that seems dangerous.
You don't want me to spear your dogs?
No.
I
don't
know you
want
do
that.
it too.
Logan,
I'm
I just want you to know, if you kill my dog, I'm gonna derail this campaign so hard.
Is there a dog park?
Yeah, there's a dog park. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, God forbid this campaign get derailed.
That would never happen.
Yeah.
So you make it to the far side of town, to the edge of the woods. And as you make it to the edge of the forest, trying to find some semblance of tracks, paths, whatever it might be, you see a figure emerge from the woods. They're head to toe cold weather clothing, heavy pelts and leathers. And they seem to like lurch out of the woods, kicking up snow, moving very fast. And then you see slung over their back are hunting traps, cages that you normally catch like rabbits or something in. And as they are running, you see that with their big hood, their face wraps, they don't see you immediately. And so they're like, and then they look up and scream and fall down onto their butts, the cages crashing and rattling. And you see in one of the cages, there is a very panicked looking fox. And you see figure.
Like still alive?
Yeah. He's caught a fox in a trap. Like a little cage. And he stands up and says, "Oh, you scared the hell out of me. What are you doing out here?"
Looking for the person that stole your mead.
Well, I mean, maybe the same folks did this. I found maybe a dozen dead men out in the woods. Ways in, and busted heads, open rib cage. It was horrible. I grabbed up my cages and ran.
I go pet the fox.
You're starting to get a little scritches through the little cage bars.
Are you planning on eating the fox? I don't feel like fox are really good at eating.
It's all I got. I'll take whatever meat's on it and I guess turn the fur into some gloves if I can.
I kind of don't want to let this guy have a fox.
I don't either.
How cute is the fox?
It seems pretty
so
cute.
cute.
I hate it. I hate it here.
I will.
How about
Phil's
Well,
gonna
I-
offer 2 days worth of rations to take the fox.
true?
It's not fresh meat, but it does the trick. Besides, it'll probably be better eating than eating a fox will be. They're not good eating themselves. Even when you're desperate.
You hand him the bags of rations. Says, "Deal. I don't really know how to make gloves anyway." And he
Damn it,
hands
bamboozled
sort of
again.
the cage to you, but in a way that he will open the doors and kind of reach in and get the fox out. And even though the fox is
appeared
scared,
anyway.
it's not like hissing and like rabid or anything. It actually seems pretty docile and it almost like cat-like, to where like you kind of pick it up into your arms and it kind of just stays and just does whatever. It's pretty
Who
calm.
wants a new pet?
Okay, but like first we gotta allow it to have a family, you know, like
Fine.
I'm just throwing it out there. We can't just like cage it and just be like, "Hey, we got a pet," and then like some mom out there is just like, "Oh, where's my son?"
Is that what foxes sound like?
Yes.
Especially when they've lost their son.
Yes.
But the trapper, kind of glad you took the animal off his hands, can point you in the direction that he just came from. He says that you should be able to follow his tracks to where he found the bodies. But he says he's going to head into town too. And you can tell he's about to say, "Go tell the speaker," but then he remembers that there is no speaker, and he's like, "I'll go. I'm going to tell somebody. I got to tell someone in town. Spread it around the militia."
There's a militia?
Yeah.
do that.
Town guards.
Oh,
All right, have fun.
He starts trudging through the snow back into town. And yeah, you can see, and even because the trees kind of protect the ground level from some wind and the snow falling, his tracks are pretty clear and seem to be clear for a long ways.
Clear?
Not filling up with snow immediately.
Okay. Tired brain, I don't understand. Sound good.
What? You say you're tired now?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Is that
You're
pretty
never
wrong?
tired on Monday nights.
After this exchange, so whenever the mead was stolen, it was in like barrels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to try something to give us kind of a direction, a general direction.
No direction.
I would like to cast Locate Object, but do it on the nearest barrel of mead.
Huh?
So 1,000 feet, if it's within 1,000 feet, which is probably not yet, but I can burn some spell slots. It is what it is.
Let me do a little math here, because you're kind of off-roading. You're in kind of an
It is what it
slightly
is.
different area.
On our BMX bikes.
I love how the last like 3 quotes have been me. Austin's just going to town with the quotes.
Gamble anymore, so
True.
At this
the one time we
point,
can be rich.
At this point, there is no ping besides barrels coming from town.
That's okay. I'll try again after we get a little bit further into the woods. But before that guy leaves, can we ask him where those bodies he was talking about, where they were?
Yeah, he points. He pointed you in the right direction, and then if you just follow his footsteps from the direction he came from, you should be able to find it pretty easily.
All right, let's do that.
And that you do. Just for sake, I'll probably ask again in the next section. But who would be the one? Who's the leader? Who's the party leader? The front of the line to follow the footsteps.
Not
I'll
me.
be in front.
I'll
So I saw Kasimir's hand. I saw Carson's hand. But...
I can assist with my eyes. I will probably be there as well.
Austin heard it too.
you heard that too. Okay, cool.
Oh, wait.
You did something like bumping something, and so it made the first part of your word just go like. So it was like, I'll help.
You know the memes where it goes like super hard bassy in the middle of a sentence. That's what just happened
It
to
was
you.
so funny.
Apparently, if I, that's fine.
I don't know what.
I don't have this input gain decreased on this. So, oh well. But yeah, I'll help in the beginning.
Generally, sort of Kasimir, Louis, Norm-ish in the front. Great combo.
We don't have to say Norm. As a general rule, you don't have to.
I can scout. Look, I got this what's it called? Lantern.
You have a lantern to help scout. Is that what you just said? I'm just trying to make sure I clarify.
I got a lantern.
Does a lantern do something special, or are we just scouting with a lantern?
I think it was one of those hooded lantern. A hooded lantern.
So there's just a lantern that's hooded?
Hooded soldier.
Yep, with that joke, I was waiting for someone to make it.
Anyway,
Who among us
check out
does
his
not have dark
travel.
vision? Okay.
I don't have dark vision.
The Hume,
technically.
the Minotaur, and the Goliath.
Wait, is
I
this
don't like-
nighttime
I
that we're
don't-
traveling?
I don't like how
So,
you said Hume.
We found this out
Well,
last
get used
time,
to
Xavier, because of the aurora that happens each night when the Frostmaiden does her thing. The
That's her
aurora
thing.
actually acts like dim light. It actually illuminates things, and then during the day, because the sun doesn't rise, the aurora goes away, and it's effectively nighttime during the day. So
Okay.
it's dark during the day and dim at night.
Well, so it's like dark right now.
Yeah, especially because you're under trees and all sorts of stuff.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I want to be up front because I have 300 feet of dark vision. So
Don't you have that
brother?
thing too that gives like you can give other people dark vision?
actually, I think so. I don't think I've used it at this point.
What if we all just traveled in a horizontal line?
I can share it up with 3 people. So who doesn't have dark vision? Does there anyone that doesn't?
I don't
3
know.
people.
3 people.
This is literally perfect. I'll share it with you 3. Now all of us have. Let me see.
A match made in heaven.
It's like
Yeah.
a crazy good dark vision.
Yeah. Okay. So all of us have 300 feet of dark vision.
I'll tell you.
Okay.
I can
Nice.
see-
I mean, honestly, with 300 feet, y'all can stay in the front. Like it doesn't. I can just still see. I could just be in the back and still just
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah.
For now, having keen tracking senses isn't too necessary to follow this trapper's footsteps. Not too far, but still kind of deep and dark into the woods, amid the snow-covered pine trees. You see the massacre that he was talking about. It's not a dozen, but it is about 5 or 6 town militia members from Good Mead, who do look like they were clubbed to death. And from what you can tell, with the snow already kind of covering their bodies, he was kind of right. You can see snow falling and covering their bodies, but creating an unnatural shape, where the snow is sort of creating a mask that doesn't look like a face, and you can tell that it's because their face has been flattened and crushed inward. Same with their chests and other parts of their body.
And this looks, from the wounds, like it was done by a very large bludgeoning
Yes,
weapon.
a very large bludgeoning weapon.
Cool. Can I ask a general purpose question of what do I know about the verbeeg?
The verbeeg. So go ahead and you can make either a history or nature check, and Austin, same check but with advantage. History or nature.
History or nature? I'll take nature.
Oh, that
Hopped out.
either way is
Ah.
going to be -1.
15.
So Kasimir, probably having your own. Do what?
17.
Oh, nice. So both of you probably having your fair share of brush-ups with verbeeg. They are giantkin, except they resemble more big humans than traditional ideas of giants. They are very tall, they are strong, but they have these long gangly limbs, kind of long, almost claymation Rudolph, the blue wizard kind of long nose and pointy chin kind of features. That verbeeg kind of have these long pointed features, and like long droopy ears and all this stuff. Some of them tend to develop a few more fearsome features, maybe some bigger muscles, maybe some fangs or tusks, but typically they're kind of these gangly, awkward giants. They tend to make their own things, and they do it very well. And one thing that you both know about verbeeg that doesn't necessarily match this scene is that they prefer spears. And this was definitely the work of a big bludgeoning item. Many verbeeg work like typical highway robbers and brigands. They attack people in the wild, typically just stealing whatever the people have, but if food's real tight, then they may kill and eat the people too. Again, these people don't seem eaten from what you can tell. It kind of matches their typical resting places where it's a little remote away from the town. And typically they have company like bears and wolves and other kind of vicious predators. But also they like horses and mules and sheep and other livestock. But also quite commonly, they do befriend and sometimes lead some of the dumber giant kin, like ogres and hill giants. There are some Verbeeg, though, that are more druidic. They worship their own gods of nature and help defend things like druids do. Tend to be a bit more even-tempered than these sort of marauders and brigands do. Verbeeg lore drop over.
Cool. So, would I guess, reason that this might be a different kind of giant kitten that the Verbeeg who took the mead might have befriended?
Quite possibly. Makes sense.
Oh, in the description of the townspeaker's fight with the Verbeeg, did they mention what weapon it was wielding?
Yes. He died from 3 stab wounds to the chest. I believe it says in here. Yeah, it was a typical gangly Verbeeg with a spear.
Yeah.
This is a different thing.
Yeah, I guess between Gil and I, we can communicate that to the group and just.
Doesn't look like they was killed with no spear. Might be more than one giant kin we've got on our hands. Doesn't bode well.
I would say not.
Just kick to the shadows. We'll scope it out. See what's to be seen. Make a decision then. Sound good?
I agree.
Scoping out the slaughter site a little bit more, you do see some tracks. Again, pretty easy to follow. And whoever would like can make a survival check to identify the tracks for me.
Yeah, I'll make a survival check. Why not?
I will do so as well.
Cool. Let's see. 14.
Got an 18.
Okay.
All right.
Both of you quickly identify these tracks to belong to a large, like size large, giant creature. And it stands out a little bit simply because knowing what you know about Verbeeg and their sort of skills in crafting their own things, it looks like if this giant creature was wearing shoes, they were 4. And you can see most of the outline of the foot and toes and things. And the foot is much wider, whereas, to your best knowledge, Verbeeg's Verbi, their feet are a little bit skinnier.
For burgers.
Verburger. Welcome to Verburger, home of the Verburger. So whatever did this, it confirmed not a verb. Now I can't say it right anymore, Verbeeg.
For Berg.
But the tracks are clear, just like the trappers were, and you can follow them however far you need to.
And yeah, let's follow them.
Do that.
Welcome, go.
Let me double check this marching order just in case. So Kasimir, you're still leading?
That's a yes.
I just heard like mouth noises.
I did a finger guns.
Oh. Is Louis still going to be up near Kasimir to help out?
Yeah.
Is Norm going to be up in sort of third-ish near the front?
Yeah.
Front half of the group? And so then back half of the group, Wynn, Ventus, and Gil in any nondescript order.
Sounds good.
Norm is holding his hooded lantern. It's unlit because he doesn't need it right now, but he still wants to use it because he bought it like 10 sessions ago and hasn't used it yet.
Yo, you're gonna turn that into like a melee weapon and just start whacking people like a lady getting mugged, hitting someone with a purse.
Oh, good heavens.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Oh no.
Okay, we'll do this last thing and then we'll take a quick break and proceed. So walking on, because
Sunshine?
what? Oh yeah, walking on sunshine. Proceeding on. The path is cleared. No survival check needed at the moment. But you do travel for a lot longer than the first leg. You travel for the first hour, second hour, third hour, fourth hour. So that also means you have at least 4 hours plus back toward town. At this point, you're getting toward mid-afternoon, mid to late afternoon. And as maybe Kasimir, you're starting to get a little worried getting this deep in the woods, looking over your shoulder, wondering, do we need to turn back, try again tomorrow? You hear something. There's a break in the snow. And something hits you. A snowball. Hits you right in the chin, and snow gets all over your face. It gets down, it's like your scarf and your cold weather clothing. And it takes a moment. You look around, and everyone you see and probably hear Kasimir kind of reel back for a second. And those of you with keen enough eyes would see almost what looks like a pine cone with legs standing on top of the snow and run away as fast as it can.
I snowball.
You snowball it?
Yeah.
Who has the fox?
I assumed I did since I gave the guy the food.
Yeah.
So, two things happen. Norm, you reach down to grab a snowball and start... And as you do, you're leaning down toward the ground, and your ferret hits the snow and runs after. Austin.
Yeah?
Your fox is trying to do the same. It saw whatever that was and is trying to... Go. You just let it?
Yeah, just... Alright, bud. That's what you want to do.
Daddy! And chases after.
So your animals run after what you identify as a Twinga, running away in the snow after playing a little prank on you, throwing a snowball.
Pine cone with legs. I love it.
It runs a little off the path, away from you. Do you guys want to follow your animals or wait for them to come back?
For sure, follow.
Yeah, follow.
Yeah.
You chase after, trying to follow the little footsteps of your animals. They don't go very far. You see that the Twinga has jumped up onto a little rock. And the fox and ferret are both sitting kind of near it. Creep up to it. And you watch as the Chewinga shakes a little bit. It smacks its little pine cone butt on the ground, and when it pops up, there is a berry underneath it, like it just laid an egg.
Yep.
I wouldn't eat
as
that.
One does.
Wow, Norm, you should eat that.
It
I ain't touch that.
It picks up the little berry, as big as a basketball, in its hands, and holds it out to the fox. The fox eats it. The fox bows its head and the Chewinga jumps on its back and it rears back like a horse and it runs off on the fox and starts doing laps around all the different trees like it's on a course. And then the ferret slumps down into the snow and looks really sad.
Oh,
Do we kill it?
I
The ferret?
slide.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, put
slide
it out
to Betty White and comfort her as best I can.
You comfort Betty White. After a brief
Yeah.
moment of the Chewinga riding around on the fox, it passes by the group again. It conjures up a little snowball just kind of with its hand and lobs it again at you, Kasimir, but this time it in mid-air, so it's more just like a little mist of snow that falls over you. And Kasimir, you get a Chewinga charm.
Oh,
Oh, I have one of those too.
Would you look at that?
Wait, what is that?
Kasimir
It's-
gets a charm. It's sort of a little temporary magical gift. Specifically, we'll do. Yeah, we'll do that. Does anyone have the snowball strike charm?
No.
um,
I have the one that lets you cast Lehman's Tiny Hut 3
Yeah.
times.
do I have charm? I don't remember where the charms are.
Yeah, I think.
Lucky Charms?
Yes, lucky charm.
The magic's delicious.
Oh no, I didn't get a charm. I came back to life.
Can we make Kasimir the new spokesperson for Lucky Charms? Hey, stop eating me Lucky Charms.
I'm going to post this in the Discord. I'm just gonna-
Bloody hell.
the kids try to run away with the Lucky Charms. He just reaches a gangly arm out and grabs them and pulls them slowly backwards.
I'll be having
That's not yours then.
So it is the charm of Snowball Strike. I need to add that phrase in there. It has 5 charges. As a bonus action, you can expend a charge to create a magical snowball and throw it. You must have a free hand or the charge is wasted. It's considered a ranged weapon, which you're proficient, has a normal range of 20 feet, long range of 60, and it deals 1d4 cold damage and scores a critical hit on a 19 or 20. If you score a critical hit, they're also blind for the next turn. Snowball vanishes whether you hit or miss, or if you end your turn without having thrown it. Once you use all the charges, it's gone.
Oh, lovely. I'm gonna
Just-
use the last shot to take out
Arl
Arl.
frostmaiden. Cold damage. Fuck! It doesn't work. And by the time the snow dissipates and your vision is cleared, the Chewinga and the fox are gone.
I hope they have a happy life together.
Oh, yeah. What a funny little guy.
True.
What a funny little guy.
Yeah. I've seen him now and again. Yeah. Maybe once or twice every 10 years, but never given me anything like that.
Oh, I have one too.
Oh, and
His
you've
name was
been here
Carlton.
like a month, right?
Yeah, his name was Carlton. We danced with him.
Oh,
Win was there. It was fun.
well then, let's be off.
Whoopsie. There's Kasimir having his moment, and then
Yeah.
Forrest gets awkwardly quiet for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Where's that path again? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. But you all make your way back over the path, following it once more. Like I said, about mid-afternoon, and then you travel for another hour. Another hour. Another hour. At this point, getting close to quote-unquote nighttime, but the aurora still won't be out for maybe another few hours. Then at the end of the next hour, the trees start to thin out some. Then eventually you come up to sparse trees surrounding a rocky hillside. In the rocky hillside, you see several cave entrances, very similar to cauldron caves from before, where you fought the hag. At the three different caves, the westernmost cave, the leftmost cave, you see that has a fairly low mouth with a river coming out of it. Excuse me, a frozen creek. Frozen crick, some would say. The center cave, you see it's a little bit higher, 8 feet tall, except it's not just a cave entrance, it is a carved out entrance. You can see how smooth the interior is. So it's not just a mined out tunnel, it is a carved corridor. But it's pretty tightly blocked by, nearby trees and some fallen logs. And then the far rightmost cave is a big, yawning cave entrance that you can see a flicker of light coming from within. And you can see that the big, giant tracks you've been following go into that rightmost cave. I will show you the map. Probably. So you should see in the bottom left the different trees, fallen logs, and cave entrance.
And the rightmost one is the one with the flickering light.
Flickering light and the footsteps. And with that, we will take a little break, pee, water, refills, whatever it might be. We will pick back up with whatever you guys decide to do.
Get some pea water.
You're gonna pee water.
Yeah. Now I can't finish the thought.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh man. Oh jeez. So I will make your tokens visible here. Oh man. And you guys can do what you want. And it does look like, I will say, as you approach, you kind of approach from the southwesterly direction. It looks like the cliff face kind of keeps going eastward and seems to wrap around. So who knows how far it goes, but it does continue.
Mm-hmm.
And there are the footsteps that go this way.
Okay.
I say we try to scope out some of the other cabins. They might loop around to the back of whatever's in there. Unless one of you can, I don't know, be invisible or something like that.
Actually,
I can. Let me think for a second. Would it be more helpful if we knew where where what we're looking for is, like the mead, where the mead is?
I mean, sure. I don't know. I think. Do we need to go invisible? Can we just walk around? I feel like walking around is fine.
It'll probably be okay.
Okay, cool. Let's keep up the figuring out where the meat is and just walk around.
So you're just gonna walk in one of those tunnels, one of the caves?
Why do you say it like that? Yes, DM. We're fucking
Well,
walking.
you were saying we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, we could do that, and then I just want to make
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that
yeah.
you weren't doing any of those things.
I walk.
Yeah, we walk.
You walk tunnel 1, 2, or 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, my lord. Number 3.
Are you memeing, or are you actually wanting to go number 3?
Let's do number 3.
Are we not doing the are we not trying to flank around?
Nah, fuck that shit.
Oh boy.
With a fuck
Yeah,
that
but-
shit, Louis takes the lead. Who follows behind Louis?
Me.
Norm and
Of
Lynn,
course.
because you were both voting for 3.
I
Followed
will
by
quickly.
disgruntled rest of the
I-
party.
I wanna use locate object and
Yeah,
try to
that's
find out.
That's what I was hoping you'd do.
Yes. From your exact position, the casks of mead are directly north of you.
Directly north.
Directly north of Ventus.
I know what direction that is.
Hmm.
Hey.
North. We all.
And the object is not moving.
Oh.
Actually, the object is slightly swaying.
I don't love that.
Someone's dancing with it.
Yeah, they've turned it into a barrel wife.
I mean, understandable. Why wouldn't you want a barrel wife?
And they say, honey.
I like that was the end of the joke. Just honey.
Buy me more jewelry. I'm a chair.
All right, Jerry Seinfeld.
You're a chair, honey.
So immediately as you enter into that cave, following the firelight and the path of whatever giant was ahead of you, as you reach the end of the tunnel, and it opens up into a cavern, you start feeling the warmth of a burning bonfire within, and you also hear a conversation of sheep and goats baaing and like rah, 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 at each other.
Yeah, at this point, then I stop us and go. Hey, didn't you say something about flanking or something, Kasimir?
Yes, Louis, indeed I did.
As a fellow herbivore, do I understand what they're saying?
No, that's not.
Oh.
I hate.
My God.
Are we coming around?
Where are we
now?
flanking from this point exactly?
As a yak well versed in moo,
I hate you.
Because you've rounded that corner somewhat, Louis, I'll reveal that room to you.
Okay. I will say that maybe around that edge we can do your flanking. I mean, we already did the tunnel 3 plan, so we got to my end of my plan. Do you want to just go ahead and do yours? I guess.
Yeah. Hold on, 1 second. Would we know? Can giants see in the dark?
Is that a history check kind of thing, or
Based off of that, the checks from earlier, they do not see in the dark.
We wanna snuff out the light.
can we still see from Wynn's thing, or has that gone away?
How long does
It's
it?
been like hours by now. It only lasts an hour.
Oh yeah, it'd be over by now.
Can you do that per
I mean-
proficiency bonus? Is that how that works?
No,
I don't
it's
remember.
once a long rest.
Oh, rip.
I mean, I have it forever.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's the light source again?
the big bonfire in the center.
I have control flames.
Mm.
Never mind. If half of us can't see it either, not much point in doing it.
Well, I feel like I honestly, if half can, and all of them can't, then I think we outmass them there.
You should stick to being pretty. Math isn't your thing.
Well, consider I never stop being pretty. I think that won't. We don't got no problems there.
Makes sense to me, but
I can expand the flame and distract the.
let's just have a look around. How about that?
Whose plans are doing plans? I don't understand. Why is
it's
it
still-
Kasimir and myself talking about?
Are the is the barrel still north?
Yeah,
Okay.
And those aren't the barrels we see in this room.
correct. The stuff you see in this room, of course, the sheep and goats. The giant bonfire has a spit over it, roasting some type of meat, and the smell fills up the air, and it's dripping all sorts of good meaty juices.
A spit roast?
A spit roast. But those of you who probably do a lot of hunting, so like Gil and Kasimir,
Mhm.
it doesn't smell like goat or sheep or anything. So whatever meat is cooking is not those animals.
I'm
The
gonna.
goats and sheep in the pen nearby, and then a wooden cart with a broken wheel, some old crates, and some barrels.
I'm gonna ask a. Go ahead, Austin.
I was gonna say, have I ever smelled burning people before?
I
Is
feel like
that-
we did from the witch. That's what I was just about
Is
to reference.
that
Yeah,
what
that's
we're
where my mind
smelling?
went.
Does this smell like burning humanoid? Perhaps.
It sure does. And then you notice
Oh, that's
nearby the
terrible.
fire a pair of boots and a battle axe sitting in a bundle of clothes sitting nearby.
Horrible. Okay, cool. Awesome. The second time we've encountered something that eats literal people.
As opposed to figurative
In a
people. Yeah.
cave. In a cave.
Just stop going to the cave.
Yeah, we really gotta stop going.
That is the
Yeah.
moral of this whole
Yeah.
campaign is don't go into
Caves.
Splunking is not a thing you should do.
If I had a gold piece for every time that's happened, well,
That you've got
I'd have
in
two
a
of
cave.
them. But it's
weird.
weird that it happens on.
Okay, so you're gonna look around.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it quietly?
Yes.
Yep.
Are you sure?
I'll certainly follow
I will
suit of
certainly
anybody.
try.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if everyone tries. If everyone make a stealth check for me.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh boy.
I forgot I've been wearing chainmail, so I'm
Disadvantage.
I'm gonna do disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know
Oh,
why you're sorry. There's a reason why I'm like, I don't know why we're even trying. But I got a 6, mother.
I rolled a 4 for a 7 total.
I also rolled a 4 for a 6.
Woohoo!
Okay.
A 6.
16.
Okay. And Xavier. Wait.
I'm trying to roll, but D&D Beyond is rolling it at the slowest possible rate. The dice is like rolling in slow motion.
That happened to Austin the other week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
Or
I got a
his roommate.
14.
Okay.
I got a 14.
So you guys
So
start
weird.
creeping around.
literally split down the middle.
So you guys start creeping around this cavern.
Why do you say it like that? This Cameron.
So, if you guys want to start moving your tokens kind of in the area where you want to search, generally speaking, you see that one of the crates is packed with straw. It seems to be used to feed some of the goats and sheep. Another container has torches made for giants, so they're very large, like great club-sized torches. And you see that the barrels are filled with... What is happening, Travis? What's going on?
Norm moved himself beside the sheep. After I moved myself beside the sheep, we both were like,
Immediately.
Yeah, it's so funny that Louis, you're like, why is Norm like this? But then you're both the same deep down. Maybe Louis is just like, man, I wish I had the confidence of Norm
Yeah.
to just do whatever. So, box of straw, box of torches, and barrels of salt and pepper. There are 7 goats and 6 sheep, and they all seem very well taken care of. They are all healthy. They're not fattened up. They're just well taken care of. Not even malnourished as far as Icewind Dale goes.
Regular goats and Sean the sheep.
I'm glad someone noticed.
I
did miss out on that. Yeah.
did that yourself. You proud of that joke?
Yeah,
Can I get in the pen?
That's pretty funny.
Can you get in the pen?
Yeah.
Can I look around this corner?
Over to the left side?
Yeah.
You sure can. You see another light coming from the west. Beyond the tunnel seems to be a carved out chamber where you see a torch on the ground that's just lit and laying on the ground, and a large gangly giant sitting cross-legged, fiddling with something, a knife.
Okay, I put up a long ass arm to the other's eyes.
Bah, 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 bah.
Or sorry. Yeah.
Bah.
Does he have the barrel of mead?
Kasimir, you did not see a barrel of mead.
Can I go over here?
Yeah, I also want to look down, like, carefully look down this one up here.
Mm-hmm.
Did I find anything amongst the sheep? The goats?
Nope, they're just some well-fed goats and sheep. Well taken care of, and they seem pretty docile. They don't, you reach over, you can give them scritches and stuff, they don't mind. Revealing a little bit, you can't see too far just because the light source from the bonfire only goes so far. But specifically for Ventus and Norm, Ventus, you sense the barrels of mead northwest of you. So seemingly wherever this connects takes you to the barrels. Norm, you smell the worst smelling shit you've ever smelled in your life. Wherever up ahead. It is vile. It makes you almost gag the moment you step in that direction.
How long can I hold my breath?
I don't know, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes? I don't know.
I hold my breath and I keep going.
There's like a con modifier thing.
Yeah, something plus number of minutes
it's
equal
equal-
to your...
Yeah, so
Your
plenty, and
con-mod.
you have like a +3, so plenty of time. And then over to the right, you see daylight opens back out into another cave entrance. Norm, you don't have dark vision, do you?
No.
Do you want to light a lantern before holding your breath and running into the smelly dark?
Yeah.
You've played the long
running
game.
into this
Now
place
get
that is
ready for the
probably
smell.
filled with methane gas.
I activate my hooded lantern for the first time.
Na 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 na. You walk into the shit room. Specifically, it is a dead-end cavern that's been crudely mined out and excavated, and you see over to the far side is a 10-foot wide pit in the middle of the floor. As you hold your breath and inch over to it, it's full of bones, trash, chamber pot refuse, all sorts of stuff. It is straight up their trash pit.
Can I use mold earth to cover it?
Sure. Wait. Hold on, it's being slow.
They
Oh,
announced D&D 1, and then they were just like, all right, well,
Where it's
there
all
goes
over.
yeah,
Lucky for you,
um,
Alan, you only need your hands for mold earth. You don't need to open your mouth. So you wave your hands and cause a bunch of loose rubble and dirt to fall into the pit.
I open up the hooded lantern. You know that trick some people do where they light a match while they're pooping?
Yeah, you do that.
So that, it ends up smelling like poop and match. And then I walk back to the main room.
Mm-hmm. Norm comes back and he.
I direct everyone that the meat barrels of meat are down this way, I think, and then to the west.
Bah. Bah. Do you jump into the pen with the goats and sheep, Alan?
Yeah, it'll smell better than the shit pit.
They all start bah, 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 and, like running over to you and like
Maybe don't do that.
and Kasimir out of the corner. Or actually, probably maybe a Gil. Yeah, we'll say Gil. Because you can see the torchlight from the other room and the silhouette of the gangly Verbeeg sitting there. And, hunched over posture, whatever he's working on. And when all the sheep and goats start going, blah, 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 you see him, like, kind of crane up, turn his head in y'all's direction.
Oh, hide. We need to hide.
I get into cow mode.
Oh my fucking god. I try to. Yeah, I kind of run down this way with Kasimir and go in this corner here and hide.
Okay. Norm, you go into...
I'm gonna stick near Ventus and just like hide in this little corner.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Louis can really hide in these scenarios.
You can try.
I will certainly try. I could also just say hi to the dude, which seems more realistic for him. I'm gonna jump in this.
Oh boy.
So, Alan,
Yeah,
here's the problem with your cow mode.
yeah.
You're wearing armor.
Your body also doesn't physically work that way. You're bipedal. You can't do this.
Yeah, this is more akin to fetish play than it is a legitimate attempt at stealth.
That escalated quickly.
I calls him like I sees him.
Am I carrying the cauldron?
Yeah.
Can I hermit crab this?
Oh my lord.
All right, so you all watch as Norm hermit crabs into the cauldron. It's on his back. He's basically has his butt in it.
Yeah, we watched that.
Bending over. The Verbeeg at this point is lumbering down with its gangly legs into this chamber. If I can get...
Stupid.
If I can get everyone to make a stealth check for me.
Yeah, dude.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I can't even fucking.
23.
7.
11.
12.
10.
8.
Oh.
I am rolling like doo-doo now.
Did anyone get higher than a 12? What did you end up getting, Jacob?
Got a 23.
I wonder what happens if I roll on D&D Beyond. I should have been rolling on D&D Beyond this whole time. Oh my god.
Yeah, you should have. Holy crap.
Physical dice are fucking me right now.
Alright.
If he gets close to me, I have a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a good plan? No. I have one though.
But he walks in and immediately smells and notices Louis can smell the trespassers, the outsiders in his lair, sees a being in his pen with his beloved animals, and this Verbeeg yells out basically the in giant what roughly translates not just to thieves, but something akin to filthy thieves.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
And immediately bellows out not a yell, but a loud whistle, like a southern parent calling a child home for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we probably don't have time for a combat tonight, so we will hold that off until next time.
Incredible.
Freaking incredible.
I'm gonna be honest. I actually really love the turn into cow thing. It's so dumb.
You just need the type of armor. Was it cast off armor where you can take it off as like an action or whatever? You just need that so you can just like throw your armor down to like in your bag and cow mode.
Yeah. Just immediately.
What you're not understanding is that like his body is not shaped that way. You can't just be like his arms are not long.
We're in a cave full of giants.
I don't think you understand it.
He is a yak man.
He's a yak man.
No, that's the only thing I understand.
Yeah, we get that. Like, if a lizard folk got down and tried to act like a big Komodo dragon, I don't
believe
think
it.
it would work.
I would believe it.
You would believe it. Like, man,
I'd believe
that's
it.
a big lizard.
The big lizard. Damn, they always bigger in Icewind Dale, I swear.
That's the biggest book.
Oh, sheesh, Louise.
That's also what I would say.
Yeah, yaks are very hairy, so it can kind of cover.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is like you have enough hair to kind of obscure a little bit, but
yeah, got a couple hooves.
I figured he wasn't overly wise, so.
I think if you were around other cows and stuff, people would probably like kind of glance over and be like, "Oh yeah, that's just another yak." But because you're with a bunch of goats and sheep,
It's always this situation though. It's never the situation where it's like shit's going well. He's always like, you know what? In this particular scenario where it makes no sense, I think I'm gonna be a cow.
Yeah, that's the default option. That's plan A.
I love it though. I love it so
Oh,
much.
you're taller than these goats. It's not even.
and then you have a cauldron on your butt.
Yeah, that part I wasn't in as down with. Just stick with the cow. Don't be a hermit crab.
Hermit cow.
Well, I had to put it somewhere, you know.
I guess. Oh, jeez. Yeah, but with that, we're all wrapped up. We'll try again next week.
Tune back in next week.
See what you guys do. If this plan works.
There's a plan to this?
I thought you said you had a plan, Louis.
I did have a plan, but he got really angry.
Oh Lord. We didn't say the thing we say last week, so we'll do it this week. So we'll play again next week. We may end up. I think we're breaking a week after that, but I don't recall. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, because I will be. I'm out of town that next Monday.
Yeah. And
And it's Labor.
yeah, and we'll play 3 weeks in a row, so we've earned a break. I'm running 3 different Vecna adventures. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Got some new people. It'll be lots of fun. Oh, but I guess with that, see everyone next week. Y'all say the thing that we say.
Dale.
Hey, the-
Raise Dale, praise Hail.
All right, there.